Welcome to this explainer. Okay, we are jumping right into something today that affects, well, the very core of how we connect with the world, our voices. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through this, stepping directly into the shoes of our clinical team here at the American Wellness Center in Dubai Healthcare City. Today, we're exploring a seriously transformative topic: how we help adults speak with absolute clarity, precision, and ease. If you've ever felt like your words aren't landing quite the way you intend them to, you are in exactly the right place. In our experience at American Wellness Center, delivering world-class care requires a really phenomenal team. Since we opened our doors back in 2016, we've built a dynamic, collaborative group of over 60 Western-trained clinicians. We support thousands of patients across more than 20 distinct medical and mental health specialties. So what does this mean for you? Well, it means the insights we're sharing today aren't just textbook theory. They are backed by years of integrated, evidence-based clinical experience right here in Dubai.
You see, at American Wellness Center, thriving isn't just some catchy motto. It is our core philosophy. We firmly believe that every person deserves not just to survive, but to truly thrive. And when it comes to communication, it shouldn't just be functional. It definitely shouldn't be a daily struggle to get your point across. Communication is this incredibly vital tool that empowers you to thrive in your career, in your relationships, and in your self-expression.
So let me pose a question directly to you, and I want you to really think about it. How does unclear speech affect your daily life? Think about the friction in your day, those subtle, missed opportunities. Maybe it's a brilliant idea you held back in a boardroom just because you were worried you'd stumble over the pronunciation. Or perhaps it's that slight hesitation before jumping into a lively social conversation. The impact of unclear speech goes way beyond the words themselves. It touches how others perceive your professionalism and, honestly, how comfortable you feel in your own skin.
Section 1. The Hidden Challenge, the Daily Impact of Unclear Speech.
When we sit down with adults facing speech challenges, the absolute first thing we do is establish a warm, non-judgmental environment. Because if you struggle with speech clarity, let me tell you, you are absolutely not alone. What we consistently see with the patients we support at our clinic are these very specific common frustrations. We see highly intelligent, capable adults who are dropping sounds and words, causing their message to just get lost. We see a fast, overlapping speech pace that leaves listeners totally confused. We hear distorted or muffled articulation, and the end result of all these mechanical challenges? A drastically reduced confidence in professional and social settings.
Which leads to the most exhausting reality of all. Are you tired of being asked to repeat yourself? At American Wellness Center, we hear this all the time. It is profoundly draining. You have a clear, distinct thought in your mind, but by the time it reaches the listener, it's muddy. When someone says, "Sorry, what was that?" or "Can you say that again?" Man, it just chips away at your authority. It completely interrupts the natural flow of human connection. That exhaustion is real, and it's exactly what we're here to eliminate.
Section 2. Understanding the why, root causes in adults.
Let's demystify this a bit, because unclear speech in adulthood doesn't just happen out of nowhere. We can trace the origins of these challenges, and we see it in our clinical assessments every day. Sometimes it goes all the way back to childhood. Maybe you had articulation habits or sound errors that were simply never addressed when you were a kid. For others, the challenges actually emerge during adulthood, often triggered by periods of high stress, significant dental changes, or just adapting to a really fast-paced, multilingual corporate environment. And later in life, clarity issues can develop due to illness or other neurological changes, but no matter where your challenge began, it's completely normal, and more importantly, highly treatable. Okay, let's clear up a major point of confusion for a lot of our new patients. You might be wondering, is articulation therapy the exact same thing as accent modification? Well, actually, no. Articulation therapy focuses on the precise mechanics, accurate sound production, literally making sure your tongue and lips are doing the right things to make a crisp sound. Accent modification, on the other hand, deals with broader speech patterns, intonation, and rhythm. The beauty of our approach is that we can seamlessly blend the two, depending entirely on what you actually need to be understood clearly. And that brings us to a real cornerstone of our practice in Dubai: accent-aware support. We live in a vibrant, incredibly dynamic city filled with people from all over the globe, right? At American Wellness Center, our therapists deeply understand this multicultural and multilingual fabric. Our goal is never, ever to erase who you are. Accent-aware support means we target speech clarity while fiercely respecting and preserving your natural accent and cultural identity. We just want you to sound like the absolute best, clearest version of you.
Section 3.
The AWC therapeutic approach, building clarity.
At our Dubai Healthcare City facility, our clinical process combines real empathy with a highly structured, evidence-based methodology. It generally follows these 4 clear steps, which makes the whole journey feel entirely manageable. First, we do a detailed speech-sound analysis to pinpoint exactly which sound patterns are causing the friction. Then, we move into targeted articulation exercises, literally retraining the muscles for accurate sound production. Third, we work on breath and rate coordination. This one is massive for adults who tend to speak way too fast. And finally, auditory discrimination training, which helps you fine-tune your own listening so you can self-monitor and correct yourself in real time.
Let's talk mechanics for a second. If your challenge is sound substitution, say you're mixing up your R's and L's or struggling with the TH sound, our therapy goal is accurate production through very specific mouth placement. If you have a muffled delivery and tend to swallow or drop syllables, we focus heavily on clear, distinct articulation. And if you have a rushed pacing that causes your words to overlap, we introduce precise rate coordination strategies. It is highly specific mechanical work, but it yields fantastic results.
Look, we know you're busy professionals. That's exactly why we offer incredibly flexible care options. You can absolutely come see us in person at our calm, supportive clinic in Dubai Healthcare City, but we also offer highly effective, fully confidential online sessions, which actually work beautifully for articulation training. But crucially, we rely on structured home practice plans. In our experience, regular, simple at-home practice is the secret ingredient. It is vital to accelerating your progress and making these new speech habits stick permanently.
Section 4. Reclaiming your voice. Real-world gains. When you commit to this process, the areas of communication growth are honestly staggering. Our patients tell us they regain their authority in professional interactions and meetings. Their public speaking and interview skills skyrocket, mostly because they aren't second-guessing their pronunciation anymore. Social comfort returns. They can actually relax at a dinner party instead of avoiding conversation. And overall, their self-awareness improves dramatically. You really become the master of your own communication.
Because ultimately, this is the beautiful end result we strive for with every single patient. The ability to speak with confidence, precision, and ease. Imagine the sheer relief of expressing your ideas exactly as you intend them, knowing the person across from you is fully absorbing your brilliant ideas, not struggling to decode your words. That is the true power of clear speech.
Your safe space in Dubai. Bringing this explainer full circle, we want you to know that working on your speech can feel vulnerable. We get that. But our clinic is designed to be your welcoming, completely judgment-free environment. It all comes back to the very heart of the American Wellness Center ethos. You deserve to truly thrive, not just survive. We are deeply invested in your success. Whether it's articulation therapy or any of our integrated psychology and wellness services, our entire clinical team is here to give you the tools you need to live your biggest, best, and most communicative life.
So, I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to take the first step toward confident communication? If you're tired of being misunderstood, if you are truly ready to reclaim your voice and your confidence, we warmly invite you to reach out. Your first session is all about understanding your unique goals and mapping out a step-by-step plan. Thank you so much for exploring this with me today, and we really look forward to welcoming you to the American Wellness Center.